The peaceful transfer of power now underway. After months of hostility towards one another, Donald Trump and President Obama met face to face at the White House today, and the encounter was awkward, yet surprisingly cordial. Here's ABC's David Wright.
An historic handshake. Former adversaries, now members of the world's most exclusive club.
Ready? Okay.
Together today in the Oval Office, forging a path for America's future.
My number one priority in the coming 2 months is to try to facilitate a transition that ensures our president-elect is successful.
I very much look forward to dealing with the president in the future, including counsel. He explained some of the difficulties, some of the high-flying assets, and some of the really great things that have been achieved.
Change has already come to Washington.
I think President Obama has been the most ignorant president in our history.
Donald Trump is uniquely unqualified to be our chief executive.
And yet, as my colleague John Carl, who was in the room, points out, this was not your typical West Wing meet and greet.
There was never anything quite like this. The day nobody, or most people, ever thought would come. Donald Trump sitting down with Barack Obama in the Oval Office, an incoming president and an outgoing president.
For years, Trump publicly doubted Obama was even born in this country.
Why doesn't he show the birth certificate?
Donald Trump is here tonight.
Obama sometimes acted like the very idea of a Trump presidency was a joke.
Say what you will about Mr. Trump, he certainly would bring some change to the White House.
Now it's Trump who gets the last laugh.
President-elect of the United States of America, Donald Trump.
His agenda for the first 100 days includes undoing much of what Obama has accomplished.
Donald Trump has said that he wants to repeal and replace Obamacare, really starting on day one. His supporters expect it, but it is quite difficult to do. They need a plan to replace it, and they need to also figure out what they would do with all the people that have gained health insurance through Obamacare.
So maybe easier said than done. Turns out today was also Melania Trump's first ever trip to the White House. Her first time meeting Michelle Obama, too. The First Lady, whose inspiring convention speech in 2008.
Because we want our children and all children in this nation to know.
Because we want our children in this nation to know.
Clearly inspired the next First Lady's speech in 2016.
That the only limit to the height of your achievements is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard for them.
That the only limit to your achievements is the strength of your dreams and your willingness to work for them.
And out on the campaign trail, Michelle Obama certainly didn't pull her punches about Donald Trump.
And I can't believe that I'm saying that a candidate for president of the United States has bragged about sexually assaulting women.
So it must have been awkward for them, too.
We're told they got a tour, they sat down for tea, talked about what it's like to raise children in the White House, but this is not any ordinary meeting.
Maybe not, but Trump was happy, tweeting, "A fantastic day, really good meeting, great chemistry. Melania liked Mrs. O a lot." Pleasantries aside, it was a full day for the president-elect, starting with a presidential send-off at LaGuardia Airport, including a water cannon salute as Mr. Trump made his way to Washington. He had lunch with Paul Ryan and Mike Pence at the Capitol Hill Club, followed by a meeting in the Speaker's Capitol Hill office.
Oh, you guys are right there.
Where Ryan pointed out the spot where President-elect Trump will take the oath of office in 2 months' time. One of the first orders of business, forming a cabinet. The Trump transition team has already launched a website, Help Wanted.
We need Donald Trump as President of the United States.
Some of the plum jobs expected to go to his inner circle, including Rudy Giuliani, Newt Gingrich, Chris Christie, and Sarah Palin. Today, Giuliani pointedly left open the possibility Trump will make good on his campaign vow to seek criminal charges against Hillary Clinton. On CNN, he didn't chant "lock her up," but he didn't rule it out either.
I think it's a tough one that should be given a lot of thought, and it shouldn't be an off-the-cuff answer. The equal administration of justice is one of our most important principles.
As Trump gets to know Washington, we're getting to know a bit more about the voters who sent him there. Among them, many of the folks at Chick's Diner in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
They don't care for us at all.
Working class white voters.
Did you cast a vote for Trump or against Clinton?
For Trump. I have 12 granddaughters growing up. I want to see them in a better world than I'm into, you know?
This blue-collar crowd came through for Bill Clinton all those years ago. They helped Hillary, too, when she ran against Barack Obama. But now they've turned on her for a variety of reasons.
I think one big reason was because the fact that she was a woman. And I think the office of the presidency should be in the hands of a man. Now that's...
Really? He says a woman shouldn't be president.
I'm not sure about that either, even though I am a woman.
What? In 2016, you feel that?
I feel that.
Even though Hillary Clinton has roots in Scranton. Her dad was born here. Her grandfather worked at the old lace factory that was once Scranton's biggest employer. The plant abruptly shuttered in 2002. Most of the textile jobs shipped overseas. Trump courted these voters, including a huge rally the night before the election.
They say we're tied in Pennsylvania. I don't think so.
The last time Hillary Clinton was in Scranton was mid-August, more than 2 months ago.
She comes here every 4 years when she's running for something. That's the only time she comes to Scranton. You know, her father is buried over in Washburn Street Cemetery. There won't be a flower on the grave.
But it isn't just white voters, especially white men, who clinched it for Trump. He also got support from places you might not expect.
I cast my ballot where my conscience took me.
Asra Nomani is an author and co-founder of the Muslim Reform Movement. She wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post today about silently voting for Trump.
He, like so many of us, speaks what he believes. And sometimes it's alarming. Sometimes it's very inappropriate.
The single mom from Northern Virginia says she had concerns about affordable health care and ISIS.
The issue that I care about, which is Islamic extremism, was going to be better decided through Donald Trump's approach.
Today, as that awkward Oval Office visit wound down,
I very much look forward to dealing with the president in the future, including counsel.
Obama's first big piece of helpful advice: don't feel it's absolutely necessary to indulge the hungry media hounds.
Here's a good rule. Don't answer the questions when they just start. It's always the last one. Come on, guys.
Understandable, really.
Mr. Trump will seek his counsel.
Come on, guys.
Will seek his counsel.
Let's go.
Very, very good man.
Thank you,
Very
guys.
good man.
Appreciate it.
Because everyone's more than a little skeptical just how long this spirit of détente will last. I'm David Wright for Nightline in Scranton, Pennsylvania.